Okay, thanks for joining me, Mark. Okay, so we've got our heavy set of weights, a light set, and a band. So I'm going to give you an option during the class of either a band or the weights if you want to use it, but it's just to change it up a little bit. Okay, so as always with any class, if something doesn't feel right for your body, if we're doing something that you have an injury or doesn't feel right, please modify it. I will give you modifications as we go. But again, if something just does not feel right, you can skip it altogether or do a completely different exercise. We are recording, but your video is off, so no one will see you. You're not interrupting the class at all. Okay, let's get this party started. Okay, make sure everything's out of the way so you don't trip over it. And here we go. Let's start marching it out. Just warming up. Pump the arms, get the upper body warmed up. Let's step up with the right. Up, up, down, down. Still pumping the arms. All right, last one. We're tapping in the back and switching sides. Two more. Good. Hold in the center here. Bring it a little bit wider. We're going to add a hamstring curl. Starting on the right. Think about pushing and pulling, really getting into your back as you pull back. Okay, we're going to add a little grapevine to the right. Hamstring, hamstring, hamstring to the left. Do that again. One more time on each side. If you're messing up the legs, don't worry. Let's keep it here. No one can see you. Good, let's keep it here. Now let's reach. A little squat in the middle there. Breathing as we go. Now let's reach across. Warming up the torso. Reach. Knees softly bent, or still adding that little squat in there. So let's hold in the center here. March it out again. Breathing. We're going to step up and step back. Wide forward, regular back. Ready? Up, up, back, back. Up, up, back, back. One more. Tap in the back, switch sides. One more. Back to those hamstring curls. Let's travel. And over. One more time each side. Curl, curl, keep it here. All right, hands up. Starting with the right. Jab, jab. Uppercut, uppercut. Jab, jab. Upper, upper. Little bob in there. Breathing. Almost through with our warm up. Total body warm up. Upper, upper, last time. Jab, jab, upper, upper. March it out. As we're here, big breath in, reach. Exhale it out. Let's do it again. Big inhale. Big exhale. Clasp your hands behind you. Open up the chest. Take a big breath in. Exhale it out. Push forward, rounding through your spine. Okay, now here let's take a big step back with our left sides. Stop Taylor for a second there. All right, come back up. We're gonna get into our first round. So Tabata, if you're unfamiliar with it, we're doing 20 seconds all out. Then we're doing a 10-second recovery, another 20 seconds all out, 10-second recovery. There'll be 4 exercises, a round of 2. So each segment is 4 minutes long. Each one will have a grouping. So the first set we're going to do are legs. So I'm going to demo the first set for you. So from here, sorry, there we go, something was going on the screen. Okay, so we're going to do a back lunge, right foot forward, lunge, forward, lunge, forward. If this is too much for you and you're losing your balance, stay in your lunge so your legs look like they're on 2 separate train tracks here, and you just drop the knee toward the floor. Helps to have the hands on the hips. If you'd like to take it up a notch, you can always kick forward or just bring the knee up. So we'll do 20 seconds on one side, 20 seconds on the other. Then we're going to a squat with hip abduction. We'll go back to the right leg, squat, up, squat, up. You're leading with your ankle to feel that in the glute and the hips. So your hips stay squared, 20 seconds on one side, and then 20 seconds on the other. Okie dokie. All right. Get our Tabata timer set, and we will do it. All right, get yourself ready. Right leg forward, left leg back. Here we go. Ready, and go, 20 seconds. So you can bring that knee up or kick, or, so it helps to find a focal point if you're trying to balance. But again, this is a great option. As you can see, I'm losing my balance, looking at myself moving, and that is time. Okay, 10 seconds. We're going to go to the other side. In 4, 3, 2, 1. So those breaks are not long. They're meant to keep the heart rate up. But again, find your variation. In 3, 2, and 1. Good. Let's take a 10-second break here. What happened to our music? All right, here we go. Let's go to that squat with hip abduction. All right, here we go. Squat. Up. We're going to get an extra couple seconds on this side because I kind of messed up the timer. Or we'll make up for it on the other side too. I'm not going to cheat you. Okay, take your little breather here. We'll give us an extra 4 seconds on this side too. Ready? Here we go. Make sure you land wide in that squat. And the weight is in your heels as you're squatting. Three, 2, 1. Take a little breather. We're going to do those all again. This time we're going to start on the opposite side. So now your left leg is forward. Here we go. Back and up. So if you're even off balance here, you can always put a chair or something stable next to you to balance on. And that is time. Other side. All right. 5 seconds. Get yourself ready. Right leg forward. Here we go. Try and get an even amount on both sides. So if that means going over a second, that's okay. You're allowed to do that. Want to be even. the abduct. We're getting the glutes, the hips. Think about squeezing at the top. And again, the toes are pointed out like you're going to press your heel against the wall. Flexing your toes at the top. So if your toes are upward, you're going to feel it more in the quads. You want to bring the hips squared. Get that right in the glutes. Here we go. Almost there. Doing great, Mark. And everybody that's joining us on YouTube later. All right, time. Give yourself a second here. Grab some water. I'm going to demo the second round that we have here. I'm sweating already. Okay. Second set is for chest and back. We're going to start with reverse squats. So whatever way feels appropriate for you. With these, you're going to hinge over. Okay, so nice flat spine, but make sure your core is strong, right? So you're not jumping into your lower back. Core is nice and strong. Weights are in front of your chest, pulling into your upper back here. Okay, so from the front, it looks like that, right? So upper back, shoulders. Reverse flies there. Second set, second round is chest presses. So we're gonna grab your heavier set of weights. We're gonna come down to the floor. Arms come out, right in line with your chest. Other option here is you can bridge your hips up to get the glutes and hips as well. Press over the chest, elbows come down to the floor. Make sure they're over the chest, not over your face. Then we're going back to our back. We're gonna flip over and do spinal extensions. Arms can be at your side, gaze stays down, lifting the upper body. You can also bring your hands here or here, whichever feels better for you. It's going to be harder with your arms up because you're lifting the weight of your arms as well. Then we're going to push-ups. So you can be on your toes or your knees. Just keep your core nice and strong. So you don't want your booty up in the air. Okay? All right, chest and back. Get ready, grab the lighter weights probably for your reverse flies to start. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Squeezing into that upper back. Again, hinged over, but your chest is lifted. You want to make sure that you're not hunched here. Core engaged in 3, 2, 1. Good. Quick transition down to the floor. There we go. Let's start pressing. Hip bridge if that feels good. Exhale as you press. Inhale as you bring it down. Halfway there. Two and 1. Good. Carefully roll yourself up. Place the weights down. Over onto our belly. Spinal extension. Here we go. The lift does not have to be high. You should feel this working the lower back. It is the opposite of a crunch. Spinal extension as opposed to spinal flexion. It's still part of your core. So strengthen the lower back. Good, that's time. Push yourself up. Find your variation of your push-ups. I'm going to stay on my knees. I can get lower that way. And it feels more effective to me. Halfway there. 5 more seconds. Awesome, time, good work. Okay, from here, let us come up, because we're doing that all again. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Exhale as you pull. Inhale as you bring the weights back, but do so in a controlled fashion. Nice work. Okay, transition back to your mat. Hips up or down, but keep your core strong regardless. Here we go. Breathing. Get the hips an inch higher if you have them lifted. Halfway there. Three, two, and one. Good work. Lift it over. In 3, 2, 1. Come on up. Again, you can leave your arms back by your side. If you want to lift the legs a little bit for an additional challenge, you can do that also. But only go as high as you can without hurting your lower back. Should feel like it's working, not straining. There we go. That's time. Push yourself up. And we've got push-ups. You were on your toes last time, but need to be on your knees now. That's okay. Get as low as you can. Halfway there. Nice work. Take a breather. Grab some water. Like your sweat. I am sweating in here. Warm in this room. Okay. Third round is going to be for arms and shoulders. So here are your options. If you have the band or tubing, whichever, we're going to start with biceps. So you will stand on your tubing. Make sure it's flat so it's not going to fly up and hit you. If you have tubing with the handles, you can use the handles. If you don't, just grab the band and some hammer curls. If you need to make more resistance, you can step wider and put more under your foot, okay? From here, then we're going to go to triceps. Hold one part of the band at your hip, opposite arm comes up and extends. Okay, so notice it's not behind me or way too far in front. Knees slightly bent, core strong. Okay, we're gonna do 20 seconds on one side, switch it over 20 seconds on your other, and then find an appropriate amount of resistance for scapular retraction. So we're pulling into our upper back. So from the back, you see it getting into my shoulder blades. We want to make sure we have a slight pelvic tilt so you're not jumping into your back here. That's your option with a band. If you prefer to do it with weights, you can grab the heavier weights, 2 hammer curls. Okay, then we can do tricep extensions. You can do it with a lightweight or the heavier one. And then with light weights, you can go into your upper back. Okay, so you're squeezing those shoulder blades. Okay, find your option, and we're going to get you going. All right, here we go. Weights or band? Let's curl. Halfway there. Elbows snug to the body, controlling the movement. Don't let the band just fall down, right? Control that. That's time. Let's start with the right side. Prop the band into the left hip. Right elbow is high. And here we go. Extend, slow and controlled. You should feel this in the back of the arm, your tricep. Knees slightly bent, slight pelvic tilt. Should feel this. 3, 2, 1. Let's switch sides. Make sure you don't have too much tubing that it's going to hit you in the face. So that doesn't feel good. All right, prop it in the hips, slightly bend your knees. And let's do this. Halfway there, Mark, almost there. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Okay, we're going into that scapular retraction. So if your band's really long, double it up. 5 seconds. Here we go. Pull and back again. Slight bend in the knees. Core strong as we pull into the upper back. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. We make sure they're not up here, right? We're down the back, pulling. In 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Relax. We're going to do that all again. So if you want to switch it up and do weights this time, you can do that as well. Otherwise, here we go. Halfway there. All right, that is time. Let's start on the left side with the triceps to the side. So get ready in 3, 2, 1. Bend those knees. Core nice and engaged. Elbow stays high. It's right next to your head. Halfway there. And that is time. Other side. Again, get some of that extra band out of the way. Pop the band in your left hip. And here we go. Make sure you have enough tension. If you don't, just give yourself less slack on that band. 5 more seconds. And that is time. All right, scapular retraction. If you're doing this with a tubing, put your hands, I should have told you this, inside the handle and grab it so the handles don't hit you in the face. All right, here we go. Right back in those knees. Pelvic tilts. No arch in that spine. In 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. All right. We got through round 3. Okie dokie. Grab water. Round 4 is going to be cardio. So we're going to jump rope for the first set. So now your jump ropes can be different, right? You can do this, landing softly. You can do this, right? You can do this, whatever. Or if that's too much for you, you can do this, right? The goal is to land softly. Don't want to be pounding on your legs. So that's the first 20 seconds. Second ones are step ups, right, left. Or you can run up, hop back. That's the next 20 seconds. Then we're hopping side to side. If that's too much, step. Okay, there's always options. The last 20 seconds are the step ups with your opposite leg. Sorry, I know I started you guys on the wrong side. So we're going to start with the left, with the right, and then we're going to go left. As long as you're switching sides, we're good. Okay. Here we go in 3, 2, 1. Jump rope. Maybe you switch it up. Okay, as long as you're landing softly on those joints. Arms are strong too. Imagine that you have a rope. Now it's time. Okay, we're going to step up right foot and back right foot. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hop, hop. Run, hop, step. Whatever feels good. Pump those arms though, okay? Your heart rate gets higher if you add the arms to it. And that is time. Good work. Side to side hops. Are we ready? In 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. Use the arms. Hop. Or step. Just land softly. Get as far as you can. Power off the outside leg. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. You can also bring it up and down if that feels better for you. Feel a little bit like Rocky. Three, 2, and 1. Good work. We're going to do those all again. Grab water whenever you need it. All right, here we go. Back to the jump ropes. Remember how easy jump roping was as a kid? Not so much anymore. And time. Okay, this time we are going to start with the left foot forward. All right. My right, your left. Ready? Let's do it. And that is time. All right, hop side to side. 5 seconds. 2 and 1. Power. Landing softly. Halfway there. And time. Okay. Right leg's going to lead the way this time. It's our last bit of cardio. Here we go. Beautiful. Nice work, Mark. I can't see you, but I know you're doing awesome at home. Okay. We've got 2 more rounds. We finished 4. We have another leg and balance round, and then we're going to do some core and then cool it down. Our next round for legs, we're going to do deadlifts. So grab the heavier weights or lighter if that feels better. Heads of the weights are together, knees slightly bent. Hinge and slowly bring it back up. Core really strong here, so you're not hunching and you're not arching too much. Okay, so when you come up and pull, you should feel the hamstrings and the glutes working to get you back up. Okay, then we are going to do alternate curtsy lunges. So it'll look like this. Curtsy, back, curtsy, back. Okay, as fast as you can do them with good form. And then we're going to do a side lunge. Start to the right, and then we're going to try and balance. Maybe you add a kick, okay? Or maybe you just come back to center, okay? Find your variation. 20 seconds one side, 20 seconds the other. Okay. Here we go. Grab those heavier weights, and we're going to deadlifts. Here we go. Now you should feel this regardless if you have weight or not. When you're pulling up, if you're engaging the hamstrings, you should really feel that motion. You don't need a lot of weight. And that is time. All right, alternate curtsy lunges. I don't care what side you start on. Here we go. Back. So hips are always forward, chest is lifted. Maybe it helps to keep your hands on your hips. Maybe you want to keep them out for balance. You should feel the glute of the leg that's forward. All right, that was time. Okay, let's start with a lunge to the right. Here we go. Lunge up, balance kick, or just step in. Get low. If you're kicking really, woo, try and kick right? Make it a strong one. Don't just swap your leg. And that is time. Other side. Okay. One side's usually better with balance, so let's see how this feels. Here we go. Out and up. Out. Woo. So get low. Core nice and strong. That's where your balance comes from. Strong core is going to equate to good balance. And that is time. Take 10 seconds. We're doing that all again. Deadlifts. Grab those weights. Here we go. Hinge and back. Feet are a little bit wider than hip width. Notice my chest stays lifted. I'm not rounding here. I want to keep the back nice and strong. Beautiful. Place those weights down safely away from you. Alternate curtsy lunges are next. Here we go. Controlled. So slow it down if you find that your form is off. Again, chest lifted. Breathing. Think about a string from the crown of your head up toward the ceiling. Time. Great work. Okay, we're going to do side lunge. We're going to start to the left this time. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Over. Balance. Or again, tapping. Whatever makes you feel strongest and most in control. In 3, 2, finish it up. Good work, other side. Almost there. Here we go, 3 seconds. All right, over and kick. Halfway there. I don't know if you heard the guy on the timer. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, last set. We are going to do some core work. So we started a little bit late, so with the core and the cool down, we'll be a few minutes late there, Mark. Okay, we're going into boat pose to start. Boat pose, your heels can stay down, hinging back. You can grab your thighs or here. If you want to take it further, you can bring your feet up or you can straighten your legs. Now keep in mind, if this is happening to your back, take it back a notch, okay? So you don't have to do the full expression. Boat pose for 20 seconds. Then we will do legs up a wall, flex the toes toward the face, and we'll pulse. Okay, lower back imprinted in the mat, 20 seconds. We will then do a forearm plank for 20 seconds. So you can stay on your knees or you can come up to the toes. Make sure you're not in this position here. We want to curl the hips under, so slight pelvic tilt. So 20 seconds, we'll come down for 10, and then we'll do a little hip shift. So you're dropping one hip at a time. This can be done from the knees as well. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Last round. Let's go for boat pose. Now, believe it or not, your sneakers, your shoes weigh more than you think. So when you're doing this, if you take your shoes off, it's probably going to feel a lot better. I'm actually going to do that the second round, I think. 3, 2, 1. Good. Slowly roll it down. Let's bring your legs up toward the air. If you have a slight bend, it's okay. It just means your hamstrings are tight. Flex the toes and start pulsing. Exhale as you reach up. Halfway there. Again, imprinting that lower back so that there's no gap. You cannot slip a hand in between. Beautiful. Slowly roll up and roll yourself over. We're going to our forearm plank. In 3, 2, 1. Elbows are right below your shoulders. Let's try and keep the fingers separated wide here. Notice if you do this, how your upper body rounds, right? This is going to keep your upper back nice and flat. 3, 2, 1. Come on down for a second. 10 seconds, and then we'll do those hip shifts. 3, 2, 1. Come on up, drop a hip, back up. So your elbows stay on the ground. They're not moving. This you're going to feel a little bit more in your obliques. Halfway there. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. All right, we're going back to boat pose. Next round, we're going to switch up the planks. We're going to do 2 side planks. Here we go. Find your expression. And straighten the legs if that feels good. Squeeze the shoulders behind you. Halfway there. Woo, shaking's good. It means you're working. If you have lower back issues, bend the knees a little bit. And rest. Good work. Okay, we're rolling back. Almost there. Flex the toes. Here we go. Breathing as we go. Legs are quiet, right? There's no movement in the legs. They are still as can be. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Hug the knees in. Come on up. Let's start on the right side with your forearm plank. So you can be on your knees, or you can bring your feet stacked or staggered. We're going to come up. Let's hold it. Pull the top shoulder back, so it helps you can bring your arm in the air or on your hip. Halfway there, try and lift as high as you can. You can also stagger your feet so the top leg is forward. And bring it down. We're going to go to the other side. This is the last one, and then we cool it down. Here we go. Lift it up. Again, pull that top shoulder back. Lift. Arm can come up or to your side. Halfway there. So you should feel your lat, your oblique, shoulder. Lots of stuff working here. And bring it down. Good work. All right. Let us pull it down. Roll onto your back. All right, and then from here, we're going to hug the knees into your chest. Curl it into a little ball, sway side to side. And then from here, let's keep the right knee hugged into the chest, extend the left leg out long. So you should feel this hip flexor, the left leg. Let's bring the right arm out to a T, and let's slowly start to bring that right leg across the body. Now you can stack your hips by bringing that left hip under just slightly. And let's bring the right arm out and try and keep both shoulder blades down. Breathe. And then come back to center, hug both knees back into the chest to reset your spine. Let's hug the left one in, extend the right one long. Then getting into the hip flexor on that right side, pulling that left knee in toward the chest. Bring the left arm out to the side, and again, you can stack your hips here and bring that leg across your body. Maybe taking your gaze over the left shoulder. And then coming back to center, hug the knees back into the chest again. Let's take the right leg across the left, right? Figure 4. Flex the right toes. You can keep it here or reach through that left thigh and pull it close to you. You can use your right elbow to push that right knee away from you a little bit, but you should feel a stretch in that right hip and glute area. Just breathing while you do this. Never hold your breath. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Release all tension that you have in your upper body. Then release, bring that down, switch sides. So again, drop that left knee away from you. You may see a difference in both sides. It's completely normal. I know one side is a lot tighter for me. Flex the toes to keep that knee nice and protected. Breathing while you're here, relaxing the upper body. All right, hug the knees back in, rock side to side, and then start rolling forward and back a few times. And then we're gonna cross the legs, come up to a seated position, and let's come to a tabletop position. All right, make sure you have no tables in front of you like that, because that could be dangerous. From here, let's take a cat-cow. So look up, cow pose, exhale, round cat. One more like that, inhale, exhale. Let's come up tall. Let's bring our right leg forward, okay? From here, make sure the weight stays in the heel, the knee is over the ankle, and let's sink into it slightly so you're feeling a left, stretching that left hip flexion. Let's bring the arms up, strong, breathe in. As you exhale, clasp from behind you, open up the chest, look up, big breath in. And then exhale, release, shift your hips back, and then flex your toe towards your face. So if you need a slight bend in that knee, that's okay. You should feel this in the whole back of your leg. Come forward, switch sides. So come up to the knees. Let's bring that left leg forward. Hinging into it. Again, your knee is stacked over your ankle. Your back toes can be curled under. You can have a pillow or something under your knee if that hurts. Again, inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring them behind you. Deep breath in, reach. Exhale, release, shift the hips back, flex the toes toward the face. Okay, come on up. Let's take one more deep breath in together. Big inhale. Exhale it out. Thank you so much for joining me. And just so you know, next week, class is going to start at 10:15. We're going to do that going forward. That way, if you want to take the aqua class as well, you can.
Oh, yay.
You're not even there.
I wish I was there.
I wish you were too.
I know.